In recent weeks, a quiet movement in Venezuela has captured the international community's attention. Without public statements or official confirmation, signs have begun to emerge that Russia is reinvigorating its military and technological cooperation with Caracas. The process is being conducted discreetly, systematically, and calculatedly. The kind of partnership that develops not through press releases, but through quiet agreements behind closed doors.
The relationship between Russia and Venezuela has always gone beyond simple arms sales. Since their early cooperation, Moscow has provided Caracas with advanced combat aircraft, helicopters, and heavy armor that transform the structure of Venezuela's armed forces. The Su-30 Mk2 fighters, Mi-35M gunships, and S-300VM air defense systems all serve as visible proof of how deeply Russian defense technology has shaped the country's military power. But what is happening now is different. It is not about new deliveries or flashy contracts. It is about preserving and modernizing what already exists. Russian engineers and advisors have reportedly returned to Venezuela to carry out maintenance and upgrades on key systems. Satellite observations have shown increased activity at air bases such as El Libertador and Maracay, where technicians are believed to be overhauling aircraft, calibrating radars, and updating electronic systems to keep them in combat-ready condition. The approach is subtle but strategic. By keeping Venezuelan systems operational, Russia maintains both technical influence and political leverage. These upgrades ensure that Caracas remains capable of defending its airspace and national interests, even under heavy sanctions that limit access to Western components. In the process, Moscow reinforces its role as Venezuela's most dependable defense partner. Russian support does not stop in the air. Ground forces continue to rely on Russian-made equipment, from T-72 tanks and BMP-3 infantry vehicles to BTR-80A, armored carriers, and self-propelled howitzers. Russian specialists are believed to assist local crews in maintaining these systems, while training programs help new officers master the complex technology behind them. The cooperation is not large in scale, but its impact is significant. It keeps Venezuela's defense network alive and functional. Beyond the operational side, the cooperation is expanding into industrial territory. Russia has quietly assisted Venezuela in building a domestic arms industry capable of producing its own ammunition and spare parts. One of the most notable projects is the establishment of an ammunition manufacturing facility, designed with Russian technology and expertise. The plant, managed by the Venezuelan defense company Cavim, is capable of producing up to 70 million rounds of 7.62 by 39 millimeter ammunition per year, the standard caliber for AK-103 assault rifles. For Venezuela, this facility represents more than production capacity. It represents independence. It means that even under sanctions, its armed forces can continue to operate without waiting for foreign supplies. For Russia, it is a strategic investment, a long-term foothold in the Western Hemisphere that cannot be undone by diplomacy or distance. Each bullet produced on Venezuelan soil strengthens a partnership that no sanction can fully sever. Observers see this as part of Russia's broader global strategy. Instead of building new bases or deploying troops, Moscow now focuses on transfer of technology, training, and self-sufficiency. It is a quieter form of power projection, one that avoids the spotlight but achieves lasting influence. In regions where direct confrontation with the West is risky, this model allows Russia to extend its reach without provoking open conflict. The message to Washington is clear, even if it is never spoken aloud. While the United States maintains its dominance in Latin America through politics and sanctions, Russia is building influence through knowledge, cooperation, and persistence. Every radar system upgraded, every aircraft restored, and every ammunition line activated serves as proof that Moscow can still operate effectively inside what was once considered America's strategic backyard. For the Venezuelan government, this partnership is a source of stability and pride. It demonstrates that despite isolation and economic difficulties, Caracas is not alone. Russian involvement helps sustain key sectors of national defense, allowing Venezuela to project strength both domestically and abroad. It also serves as a political symbol, a reminder that alliances based on mutual interest can survive even under global pressure. What makes this cooperation particularly effective is its realism. There is no attempt to build an alliance based on ideology or rhetoric. It is a practical arrangement between two nations that share common strategic needs to withstand economic isolation and to secure technological resilience. The result is a partnership defined not by declarations, but by actions that quietly shape the balance of power in the region. Analysts believe that the continuity of Russian involvement in Venezuela has already changed the strategic landscape of South America. With each technical mission, each shipment of parts, and each training cycle, Moscow is embedding its presence deeper into Venezuela's military structure. This is influenced by design, patient, silent, and built to last. In global terms, the cooperation may seem small, yet in geopolitical reality it holds significant weight. It shows that Russia's influence is not limited to Europe or Asia, but can extend into regions long considered outside its natural sphere. Venezuela's case demonstrates that even under sanctions and scrutiny, Russia can still create networks of power through technology, logistics, and shared interests. Behind the silence of official diplomacy, a new kind of alliance is taking shape, one not driven by spectacle, but by endurance. The quiet arrival of Russian technicians, the steady hum of machinery in Venezuelan factories, and the ongoing upgrades to defense systems all speak of a relationship that continues to grow in depth and sophistication. While the world's attention is elsewhere, Russia and Venezuela are building something that will outlast political cycles and economic storms alike. In the end, Russia's presence in Venezuela is not about confrontation, it is about persistence. It is about keeping influence alive in a part of the world where the balance of power has long been taken for granted. Through patience and precision, Moscow has secured a position in Latin America that no statement or sanction can easily erase. A reminder that true power often moves quietly, beneath the surface, and far from the public eye.